So some of you may be wondering why I have a copy of Attack of the Clones here. Well, one, it's the only copy I can move out of its case or off the shelf, where I don't have to worry about it getting screwed up. The second reason is, this movie right here has some of my favorite figure line ever when it came to the Star Wars film. I am certain when I say that Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith had some of the best action figure lines I have ever seen as a fan of toy collecting and as a Star Wars fan in general. So let's get this piece of shit out of here and get on to the good thing. In all seriousness, I actually like Attack of the Clones. It's not as bad as everyone says it is. Excuse me as I now say I'm sorry to that movie. And you'll have to forgive the cinematography of a man who's mildly nearsighted, who has to work with a tiny screen. First, I have to say sorry to this movie. See? Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. You just knocked down the figure. You suck! Fuck you! Warning, this is not kid friendly. Did I just lose a lightsaber? No, I did not. And through the power of editing, I was able to put the figure back. So, let's get on with the review, shall we? So here we have an Attack of the Clones Anakin Skywalker. Now, as you can see, the figure's pretty decently detailed for the time. This is 2002 after all. And for 2002 especially, this has some really solid detailing. It's one of the few things this figure of Anakin Skywalker nails. It really nails the detail. The detail is absolutely gorgeous on this thing. I am in love with the detailing on this figure. It's probably why I picked it up and unboxed it. Now, another cool feature about it is, if you want to reenact the crappy lightsaber duel from Attack of the Clones, which was so poorly edited that you couldn't tell what the hell was going on, I swear to God, anyone says anything about the sequel lightsaber duel being terrible, I will slap the shit out of you. So much for this being kid-friendly. Why am I being so over the top and cursing? Because that's my channel. Don't like it, don't watch it. So here we have something cool about this thing. The arm is supposed to move like that. So if you want to pretend Anakin's fighting Count Dooku before he gets his hand chopped off, like, yeah, I'm a badass, I'm a badass, I'm a badass, I'm a badass. Then you do this. Oh no! My arm! Edie's gone. Shit! He's dead. Now he dies a few movies later. But if you look at this figure, really, this one little detail about this thing, it's kind of interesting that it has a little magnet here. And I'm sorry about the focus here. So one thing that's cool about this is that it is magnetized, as stated before. But this also comes with a green lightsaber that detaches from the hilt. That's pretty cool and something you don't see every day. So you can pretend the lightsaber's on a hilt of a Jedi or a Jedi getting ready to duel. It's really good if you want to do some stop motion action. The lightsaber itself, I would also say, is really cool. For a pretty cool reason. That's because it's painted metal. You don't really see that on figures anymore. Painted metal. Especially with the Disney age of the toys looking kind of cheaper and cheaper. Anyway, now that we've gone over Anakin Skywalker and his deadness, or my arm gone, why, God? At least I get a cool robot arm. Then I choke my wife with it. And then that very arm gets cut off in episode 6 by my kid. let's move on to the box. So then I gotta put this little thing. Let's just leave you there. Yeah, you got a lot to recover from, Annie. Little orphan Annie, with your orphanness and your dead mom and your psychotic Jekyll Hyde moment of WTF. Did the main character in a PG movie just slaughter women and children off screen? The answer is yes. You did just hear the main character go into a psychotic ramble about killing women and children like a madman. So here the box goes into what the figure does. It's got hold the right hand over lightsaber weapon. Is force attracted to hand. So it's magnetic, so that's cool. Turn wheel on back. Make left wrist. Rotate for lightsaber battling action. Right arm removes to reenact battle wound. That's what every little kid wants. To see the main character gruesomely wounded by a weapon that cauterizes it. Yeah, we all wanted to have our limbs chopped off when we were kids, to have electronic robot hands. I think most kids did when they saw these movies. We were a weird generation, and we had the internet. Millennials are screwed up. Alrighty. So, all these figures I have right here, I don't have the box of this, and I don't even have the accessory for it anymore. And I have this guy in two different forms. I have two versions of that. Most of it's complete. I just got to find the other part. And if I find the box, then I can also review it. Anyway, that's another box going in the recycling. Live long and prosper, and have a nice day.